it all started when I was totally devoted to Lord Shiva, and I was daily practicing his worship. Then later I dropped it and became Manas Puja. And when I was worshipping him mentally, I one day, instead of putting flowers on on the Shivalinga, I just put the dirt in the mind only. And the more I'm trying to fight that thought, I was not able to put the right things on the Shivalinga, and instead more dirt kind of thoughts, all the dirty things I was putting onto it. And I said that I am not wanting to do that, but my thoughts are such that every time I am thinking of something and I'm putting those kind of dirt on the Shivalinga. And I became furious on that thing, and I realized that it is not me. Something is controlling my mind, something is taking control of mind. And then I started the journey of destroying myself. That day I decided I will destroy this person, and I have been working on that, destroying myself, because I knew that me is not me. It was somewhere hidden inside me, because something else was operating, something else was taking control. And it's not like I'm saying there is some soul that is taking control of me. No, it's like we don't have control over our thoughts. Our thoughts control us, our mind control us. And that's what I was fighting with. And a journey, it gave me a journey, a totally different journey, where I also found my guru. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, in the whole journey, a lot of things I discovered, a lot of things I realized, and a lot of barriers in the growth, soul's growth, that I found, or I can say I learned. And I have described them as I have understood them, as I have experienced them, and through the light of the consciousness. And because in the journey you get a lot of experiences, lot of spiritual experiences, lot of different kind of small awakenings. I'm not saying that there is any big awakening, it's like more like a realizations that happens in between, which motivates you to move further. So all that, so I have called those things as shadows that affect your mind, that disturb your mind. And somewhere in our shastras as well, be it Quran, be it Bhagavatam, Gita, or be it Bible, there is mention of these external influences. Like in Bible it is called serpent, in Quran it is called Iblis, and in Bhagavatam it is called Kali. So it is Kali Yuga only. So if this is Kali Yuga, then this Yuga is carrying the influence of the Kali. That Kali is not a person, that Kali is not a ghost, it is an energy. It is an energy, or you can say it is a shadow kind of a thing that influences your mind. So, and it has different ways to enter into your system, it has different ways to influence your thoughts, and in different ways to make you do the things that you never wanted to, or make you do the things that you earlier you were against of, and totally take you on it to a different track. So that's what I felt, and that's why I wrote this book, to highlight those points, those holes in the bucket, from where this Kali gets all the energies, or these shadows suck your spiritual charge, or your vibration, and everything, whatever you call it. So it's like, you don't want to say it shadow, call it anything else, but something is there that is draining you. So all those channels that drain you, and where all these exist in your mind, in your other subtle bodies of ego, intellect, consciousness, as well as your bodily system, where all these things get entry through and consume your energy. That's what I have highlighted, because though I had got many good experiences and I hold on to those experiences, still there was a lot of time that I fell, in terms of going totally opposite direction, and getting attracted towards totally different direction than my spiritual direction that I was on. So just it's just a thing that I realized that all that I have written, and actually I used to write everything that I was going through, and what all realizations I had, and then about how to overcome these things. Also the guidance used to come because I used to meditate, so guidance used to come. Then I used to practice those guidance as well, and while practicing I experienced that yeah, that guidance is working. So now that's what I have written all there, that what are the challenges and what was the guidance. And that it's not just that it was guidance I just wrote it, it's more like I experienced it, I practiced it, I practiced it in different dimensions, and then uh, I have mentioned it in the book. So it's totally a research work. I worked as an experimenter and I experimented on myself. All the knowledge that I gained, all the understanding that I received from the books, or from my master, and from the within, and things I faced. So it all gave me this motivation that I kept on writing, and then a calling came that I should share it with the world. So now I share it with you all to accelerate your journey, because it's not that I wrote that in just one day. It took me 1.5 years to go through all those experiences and test those theories, test those experiences again and again. I have to fall before I fell myself, but later I deliberately allowed myself to fall from that spiritual levels, so that I can actually see what happens to the soul, what happens to us, and how it is controlling, how the other influences are controlling us. So it was more like my own decision getting into all the wrong things again, and experiencing how much they can control me, to the what extent they can hold on to me, and where I myself lose that control. And there came a time that I deliberately entered into all those things, and I saw that now a greater power is with me that does not allow anything else to control. Because the practice I followed, the practice I continued throughout that journey as well, it made that inner self, the true self inside me, that stronger, that now nothing external can affect my system until I permit it. And I know at that very moment that this thing is affecting me, and I am allowing it to the extent I am allowing it. And the moment I say no to it, it cannot take control of me. Now I have my full control in my hand. So that's what it is like. The journey, that's why in the journey of this book, I have also concluded with some understandings and realizations where I have mentioned how you gain that power back in your system, that nothing anymore affects you, nothing anymore takes control over you. It's not that you will get it in one day, but if you have the right guidance, right information, right understanding, then you know how to get over it, or you will get the guidance through your inner self only, because you will make yourself that much stronger. And in this book I have also it's not just the words that I have shared, it's my own feelings and experience and the energy. And I hope that energy helps you uplift yourself, because I realized that if I was alone, I wouldn't be able to achieve it. But since I had the blessings of my masters and his hand over me all the time, my journey got accelerated somewhere. And the realizations that I could have got in like 10 years, he gave me in one day, 2 day. And it also happened that most of the times when a part of the journey had ended, and I was writing, like I was compiling this book, I realized that for some of the part I do not have all the good experiences or all the right experiences to authenticate that part of the book. So for that specifically, as I thought that, and the moment I read a part, I was choosing a part of the part of the book where I realized that this is like I have written it, but I do not have enough experience to authenticate it. And the other day, next day, I have got the experience. So it was my master's blessing, I'll say, that he was somewhere supporting me in getting those experiences and noting it down, so that things I'm sharing, I could authenticate them. It's not that just I have written them for the writing sake or just from a philosophical perspective. I've written it so that I can, later somebody asked me that you wrote this and this, and uh, what is it all about. So now I have those experiences backing me up, that I can say that all the content is authentic from my end, and it wouldn't be possible without that guidance, because somewhere those content that is there is more like it is too difficult to understand sometimes, that uh, you cannot get the understanding in one day. So instead of getting that understanding, I also got the experience in that one day. The situations got created, everything, like it is like a drama is set on the stage for me, and I am going through it, and I am experiencing all those things which I have written, so that I can also get a confidence on myself, that yes, I have written it and it is all right to share it with the world, and that was needed, and I have shared it with you all, and I hope that it helps you in your journey. It helps you in accelerating your journey. And for all of you who are buying this book, or you're going through this book, reading this book, a special gift is there. I have already done a healing session for all of you, a quantum healing session, and that will help you take a leap in the higher dimension. And for that intention, through that intention only, this session has been done, so that you can grow faster in an accelerated manner.